Hello and welcome to Project Hex. Today you're watching the Whatever podcast hosted by GB and Jeds. But they're not here. So today I just went through that bit. One of you guys can take it away. It was worth it.
I knew there was going to be a bit in there
I knew
somewhere.
this. Well, hello.
Michael never does any work willingly.
I mean, I've done a few intros, normally when I'm hosting, though.
Yeah, you need to get hosting more, Michael, I reckon.
Well,
Nah,
speaking
man,
of Michael hosting things,
I'm much more
he's
talented.
hosting a video in the future. There's a segue.
Yeah, but we're not
Task
talking
master.
about it, so there we go. There's a. But yeah,
I'll be hosting a video in the future at some
Hey.
point.
Well, I was talking about fear pong, but whatever.
all right,
Oh,
okay.
mate, yeah.
You guys do it.
Well, yeah. Rewind it.
But
Aye, Fear Pong. I'm very excited. Obviously,
I'm
it will
not.
be somewhat limited because obviously COVID rules, etc., etc., etc. Staying legal, but mainly protecting my mum and stepdad from wherever these
Well,
cunts have been.
I've got
So
a decent
Riddled
safe
with
way to do it for you, Michael. So don't worry.
got a big bit, mate. I can get you a big sheety plexiglass if you want. But as a tease for everybody who's all the avid viewers I got,
Oh,
it was
he's
literally-
got beer pong.
I figured that you might want. Fuck this! I'm turning the background off. We're turning the
I just
background off.
realised my
Unless my
laptop
room's
isn't
too
plugged
much of a mess. No, you can't see my washing, so it's fine. You can see a can though.
No.
Just gonna slide myself over a wee bit.
So you've got beer pong.
Pong.
I'm
I figured you
fine.
might want this for doing
There's
your
so
like.
many ping. It seems like there's
Oh my God,
a
yeah.
weirdly large number of ping pong
Mate.
balls.
Can
There
we
is
do like a
literally-
game
there
of
is
table
18
tennis
cups.
after it, like sloshed? Like,
Man,
Is there
I'm down.
literally a ball for every cup?
Yeah, there's 16. No, there's 18 balls and 18 cups.
wow.
So
And
there's
I can-
literally a ball for every cup. That's mental.
Yep, and there's another.
It's
Tease.
over the top.
No, I don't want them all. That didn't sound good. That's fine. This is what I got for, and that's all you're going to see. It's one of the challenges. They're very spicy peanuts. So
I like
if anybody has a
peanuts.
peanut
Glad
allergy,
it's not tam sauce, mate.
I know it could have been tam
You know the
sauce,
rule.
So
Hmm.
quit your whining.
I don't know what
That's it,
rule you're
that's all.
referring to.
That. I feel like that's a reasonable tease. For
That's
for
a
it.
good tease. I'm
you-
a bit
you-
nervous about the punishments. The drinking's fine. Well,
To be honest,
Well,
the
as
I'd
long
drinking-
as-
definitely be nervous about the punishments. As a man who has spoke to this Michael about this in not like major detail, but in a little bit of detail because I'm not taking part in the first one. I know what the punishments are, and you should
Oh.
definitely be worried.
oh, don't say that. You're gonna get me more nervous.
Right. So the video, we're gonna be playing beer pong with challenges underneath. That's the premise.
Yeah.
And Jack messaged me and he was like, "Are these challenges going to be messy?" And I was like, I had to stop and think, and be like, no. I did have to change one though. I think from when I last spoke to you about it, Ross, mainly because when I bought all of the things I needed for all the different challenges, I forgot to buy something, so I had to change one. But other than
Damn.
that, I just
Damn.
took one off the list that I'm pretty sure I read them all to you.
Outrageous.
Is it gonna be fine? Where is it gonna be?
There's a few on there that I'm very much looking forward to.
Is the oh god? Is the
Same.
challenges like in one place, or do you need to move about with it, or is it genuinely just doing something there on one spot?
I mean, most of them you can just do then and there. There's one that you might want to go off camera just for a minute, but then that's it.
Oh Jesus,
There's-
I'm so
Oh
nervous.
no, wait,
now.
there's one where where you'll have to like go take a seat, but the rest of them are fine.
Right.
You might need to take
I'm
a seat a few
intrigued.
times.
Yeah.
I'm nervous, but I'm intrigued.
Who's? I don't even
What
know.
are you
I don't
nervous
even-
for? You're not even.
I don't. Is you and GB
It's
correct,
just
Yeah,
Jack?
checking
yeah.
GB.
Yeah.
Alright, I thought you were just talking about like the
We'll have special ones for you, Tony. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I'll
Oh wait, are you talking
specialize them
about
for
beer
you.
pong?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Aye.
yes.
Right, sorry. I kind of thought you were talking about something else. Right.
No, we can't. We literally can't give anything away about that video.
Exactly.
you're
Every time
referring
it's
to.
been said, it's just gonna be bleep.
Oh,
It's gonna be
The
bleeped
big
every time.
mystery. But so how is you all good? we're like in the video. I've not even asked how yous are. How yous doing? And killed
a
the
wee
moment.
chance of deja vu.
We were out recording a music video not too long ago, so and I think by the time this comes out, the music video will be out. So I'm feeling pretty ecstatic about that.
That's right, yeah, and it's the first music video that's getting shot in a lovely new camera.
It's the first DSLR music video. So
That's the one.
Damn. Professional.
Obviously, all the shots will be under 30 minutes for tax reasons.
But yeah,
That was an interesting fact we found out about that camera.
it's not just that
Wait,
camera,
what?
Ross. It's every DSLR.
Well, yeah, but like, yeah, all
I couldn't
DSLRs.
believe that.
Blows
Like
my mind.
that's such a
Blows my mind.
flaw.
Wait,
I mean, it makes
why?
sense though.
So right, so
Basically,
these-
because
alright.
for like tax reasons, because tax on like video cameras and like film cameras are different. For I think it's the whole of the EU. I don't know if it's the same for the US. But to avoid the higher like cost from the higher taxes, DSLR cameras only let you record for 29 minutes and 59 seconds, like continuously, because if they go over the 30-minute threshold continuously, they're legally a film camera, which means they're more expensive. So
That's
for tax reasons, they don't let you
insane.
record 30 minutes in
And
a
thing
row.
is, like most
Wait,
people
Ross,
in
but-
the world use DSLRs. Like, so that's why I didn't realize that was an issue. I just think that's
Oh, like
mental.
most YouTubers.
Well, yeah, everyone uses these
Well,
kind of cameras.
Because they'll probably buy theirs and then they'll probably buy it from a place that lets them pay that extra bit of tax to get it as a film camera so they can record for longer. There's probably an option to do that.
Potentially.
Plus, Ross, aren't you? You're
Still boo hoo, man.
hacker man. Just hack his computer. Take off the limiter.
I mean, there is a thing that does that, but
It's dodge.
there's like even the website themselves that make that third-party software that like removes that limit and gives you like a bunch of extra camera features, they themselves are like, we can't guarantee that it's not going to fuck up your camera.
Damn.
I mean, it's the same with every piece of software. Like downloading third-party software can always fuck your shit up, but
Yeah.
I like to see when places are at least like open about it and be like, yeah, it's kind of at your own risk, guys. Like, be warned. Don't come crying to us when your shit breaks.
But yeah, there
That's
is
fair.
ways around it. It's just a little annoying and something I genuinely didn't know was an issue because big man here's used to film cameras, so gutted. But oh well,
So, man,
I know.
should have just bought one of them then, eh?
Hi,
No,
right, because I've got a
Mr.
spare
Moneybags.
$8,000.
I
Eh?
know. Well, then,
You-
well, if you've got,
but you
but
don't.
just said exactly.
Not
Sell
yet.
your car, mate.
Hi.
Exactly. That'll give you like a quarter of the way to it.
Damn.
Burn.
So,
So yeah.
Jake Paul, when in doubt,
When in doubt, just go after them.
No.
See
Why
that
not?
fucking that video. of
fuck you, Jake Paul.
He fucking see the one where he's like, I think it's the UFC fighter guy. I can't mind his name, but he's like, the guy's like in his face, and he goes like that to Jake Paul, and then like Jake Paul, fuck it, he goes after him, and he like hits him like fuck it, quite like a shitty punch to the ribs there. And he fucking like,
It was-
and then after it, he's like, I was just full body blow. I was like, they had to hold me back, and it's yeah, it's just fucking.
I mean, you say that now, but he did knock him out in 7 seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly difficult for him. Smash you, smash me, smash us all.
Probably.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'd take Jake Paul. Here, all I'm saying is I'd get knocked out in 7 seconds for $500,000.
I would
Same.
I would as well.
Mate, I would let Jake Paul smash fuck out me for a whole round. Just even if I'm down, he could just bang for millions. But I'm not flossing, not for that much. Like Jake Paul kick fuck out of me live on TV, but I will not floss.
Oh my god. Well, you have heard it here, Michael.
Jake
contact
Paul,
Michael.
if you want to fucking go, just as a warm up, even just while you're on the way into the ring, I'll just walk backwards and you could just bang for enough money. Just saying.
Oh god.
Just a walking like Ken, what's that thing, Ross? You'll know what it's called. Like the fucking
The speed
ball.
bag.
Yeah, I'm just walking along and he's just
Warming up.
rattling my head.
You're-
I'm on like a fucking Segway or something, just because I wouldn't be able to walk. You'd be so dizzy.
You've just got a guy pushing you on like a wheel or something.
Reminds me of that fucking thing for Jackass where like Johnny Knoxville's in the shop with Butterbean and he just gets like fucking like knocked out in a jewellery store or something.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
It's quite
Oh,
Whatever
The,
happened
the,
to
bit, the
those
best
guys?
bit of that fucking video is when Johnny Knoxville he's kind of coming to and he's like, "Is Butterbean okay?"
well,
Mate, Johnny Knoxville's such a lad.
just speaking
Oh,
about
such
Johnny
a
Knoxville,
gentleman.
isn't his intro just the most like known intro? Like, "Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville." It's just so. I love that.
Jackass.
I just love that bit.
I don't imagine. The thing is, though,
Dun.
could you imagine if he started a vlog? Could you imagine the amount of hype on every
Yeah.
intro?
Hi,
It
I'm
would have to be
Johnny
like,
Knoxville.
"Hey, I'm Johnny Knoxville," and him just base jumping off of like the fucking Eiffel Tower.
Oh,
Then the next
like-
one, it's like
Love his
they would
laugh
all
as
have
well.
to be. I know.
Oh, no,
They're
it's
so fucking
it's
funny, all of
infectious,
them.
man.
I love Jackass. Like I binged all during lockdown and just everything of
See,
of it.
I've fucking watched
When's
it.
the new one
regularly,
coming out?
man.
Uh,
Like they're just such a fucking monument to our childhood, basically.
I know.
I think it's September, Ross, or something like that this year.
Damn.
I know it's this year. Like, I know
Everything.
it's-
Oh,
Yeah, no, it was meant to
eh,
be earlier this year. I know that, but I got like pushed back for
Because
or
the
something.
the guy that what's
Over
his
the with the
face?
sim, the big C.
No,
Then he's watched Steve-O's podcast.
Or
I
did
do
one of them
sometimes.
die? I assume.
no, the
He just had
guy.
Dave England on it.
One of the
Yeah.
guys got chucked out of Jackass. What was his name?
Oh, bam!
Bam.
Yeah, that's
Aye,
why it
he's-
got
he
postponed.
Fucking.
What was his
But
name?
Bam's gonna go and make his own film.
Yeah,
What was Bam
Is he,
doing?
he was like
The junky adventures of Bam Margera.
he was going against the contract, so they pretty much kicked him out. Like he was doing drinking and all that.
Alright.
He was on Dr. Phil at one point. Like I remember
Oh,
that,
right.
and I was like, why would you ever agree to that? That's just such a fucking.
That's
Not
I
too
don't know.
bad. What's wrong
Aye,
with
but, like,
celebrities nowadays? If a celebrity nowadays is on drugs or something like that, that's not a big deal. To me, they're
Yeah.
all
Why
nonsense
would
nowadays.
you
It
total
could be so
publicise
much
it
worse.
and make it like a fucking total thing? Again, like, suppose maybe he was feeling irrelevant. I don't know.
Wanted the publicity.
Yeah.
Who knows? Fucking-
Steve-O's got to be my favourite. Like, or wee man. like,
No, just some of the
Jason, I've
stories
t-
you hear
yeah.
from Steve-O. I mean, he told a story about like it was he was on Mike Tyson's podcast, and they were like talking about how one time Steve-O just went to a party, and Mike Tyson answered the door, was like, "You got any coke?" And then they just went to a bathroom and just stayed in there. Mike Tyson stayed in there with them until all of the coke was gone.
oh my
And he
God.
just left. He just left them and went away with other people that had coke. And then Steve was like, "What the fuck?" and had to leave. I was like,
Jesus.
Because Mike Tyson, what are you gonna do? What are you fucking gonna do at Mike Tyson in his prime? Pre-tattooed Mike Tyson,
Yeah, Jesus.
babyface Mike Tyson
Smash him.
versus Steve-O.
I mean, get it filmed. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Like, you would need to film it like that. That was.
I can imagine it. I'm surprised they didn't phone him up. But look, we're doing Jackass 4, and I have an idea for an intro, and Mike's like, I will punch you, yeah, I'm in. So,
I
okay.
wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised.
It's gonna be weird seeing them like kind of a lot older now because it was a long time since the last Jackass.
Do you think they're still going to do his extreme shit?
Mm.
I mean,
Well, they're not on drugs
Johnny
or
Knoxville's
drinking
done
anymore.
those other films.
Yeah, true, Johnny.
that?
Yeah.
He's done that like Bad Grandpa. I mean, I
Grandpa.
don't know if that one's not like super recent, but there was one a bit more recent. I
Action
think
Point.
must have been like 2018 or something. Yeah, Action Point.
I watched
That,
that.
that one was pretty good.
Chris Pontius was in that. It was fucking. That was alright.
Yeah.
That was quite
Like God sort of out. They're in the fucking lake.
I've not seen that.
I've not seen that. I've
It's
not
a
seen it
good
either.
watch. Like
You
it's,
should-
it's
you
a
should
bit like
watch
a
it, it's
fucking
really
theme
good.
park that's just needing to close, basically.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's the most janky theme park ever.
What's it on?
Just everything is broken. There's a stunt that he did that, because obviously being Johnny Knoxville does all of his own stunts when he's in the film. There's one where they build like a catapult with the intention of the ride being that it launches them through into like the top floor of a barn. And
Oh my God.
and someone, I don't know if someone did the maths right when they set that up, but they launched Johnny Knoxville in a catapult at an open like top window of a barn, and his fucking shins just smacked the like bottom wood of the window as he went in.
That's
Oh.
a yikes.
That's a sore one.
Yeah,
That's-
that's a yikes.
That is indeed cringe.
Would you do any of the stunts if you got paid enough?
It's unfortunate.
If I got paid enough, yeah.
I would.
I mean, how much are you paying me, and what stunt do I have to do?
What about walking? Like, have you seen the Steve-O one where he walks through the fire with the metal sheets and they chuck fireballs
oh,
at
fuck
him?
that. That is just nightmare fuel. Even if that's a frying pan, he falls in that and his leg ends up like a bit of like a rasher of bacon, mate. It's fucking disgusting.
I would do that.
You had to
would-
go to a burn unit for
I
that.
know.
Because he had like 3rd-degree burns and all that shit.
They were frying
Well, they
eggs
shit.
off it. Like,
Was that before or after he went across it? So one of them's really weird.
before. Like, you had to do that, and
Was the one they did that was like Taser Alleyway? Or
oh,
whatever they called it.
Oh,
Electric Avenue, they called it.
oh. See, the thing is, when
But
they
there's
all
like
done
a
those,
bit
I
in
would do
where
that.
Bab just
I'd do that.
fucking
I'd
punches the wall and he's like, you just see he loses it. It's like fucking brilliant.
see, the issue is back then they would get drunk or on drugs to deal with those stunts, but their new contracts they couldn't do that. So I'm like, what are they gonna do? Sober? It's like,
Imagine they're just
It's no the
imagine-
fucking 2000s anymore, is it?
they come out and they do the like shittest fucking
cinnamon
stunts ever.
challenge.
Like, hey, I'm Johnny Knoxville and welcome to Jackass, and then he just like jumps into a fucking swimming pool or something. It's just like, yeah, you see him, he just slowly flops to the top, and then he's like,
I mean,
yeah.
I would hope that we've got a few more films before we're at that scenario, but I mean, like,
I know Steve was
Oh.
still
I know,
mental. Like recent, I've seen a lot of him doing stupid stuff, like putting hot sauce in his eye and that. Of recent,
I know.
Just a normal day for Steve.
What sort of silly goose would do such a thing?
mate,
yeah,
that's so
who
fucking
puts
7
hot
months
sauce
ago.
in their eye? Eh, fucking weirdos.
I don't know
Kenny.
what's
Get your own fucking stunt, Steve-O.
damn. Damn.
Yeah, you done it with a higher hot sauce like than what he done. So
Ken, man's a
Plus
fucking
yours-
pussy.
Although yours was technically just pepper spray because it had all those chemicals from pepper spray in it.
There we go.
Mate, if we could get our hands on some pepper spray, would you be willing to be pepper sprayed on camera for content?
Fuck that, no.
Yeah, fuck it.
yeah,
why not?
yeah, why
You can
not?
pepper spray me
yeah.
for content.
For
I'd
content.
do it.
As long as my eyes are okay after it.
I'll do it for the content.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah,
pepper
as long
spray.
as, I'm allowed to wear safety goggles.
Mate, fuck off.
Ken,
No,
if it
it's
goes up your
perfectly
nose, you're
safe.
fucked as well. Like,
Your nose.
Yeah, but at least it doesn't get in my eyes.
I don't think
Yeah.
you're going to care. I think you're underestimating
it's
the
just like-
situation, gravely.
Man, I would do it. It's not that
Let's
big.
get some pepper spray and find out.
Like,
Fuck.
would just get tased on camera
Yeah.
for content.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
The thing I always say
I'm
to
gonna
myself,
say-
A taser's not illegal here.
we're talking like
yeah, they are, but I'm talking like hypothetically.
fly to
we're talking
America.
like the tasers that are like the ones that you hold the button down and then like press against someone. Or are we talking like proper
Like the gun
2
one.
barbs?
I mean, I was thinking the like the fucking like self-defense thing that you just
Yeah.
have to get up close with, but also like, would you do the like the gun one?
I mean, I
basically?
do both. I was just curious what you were thinking.
Yeah.
See, when I
I feel like the worst bit about getting shot with a taser gun, once
Is
you
you
get
gotta
over
take
the
out
fact
the
you've been tased, is taking the fucking the barb
take-
like pointers out.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
But did you know there's like apparently there's a percentage of people that being tased just does not affect? Like, you ever seen any of the videos online?
Oh
You know,
really?
like the police shoot the folk with a taser and they just keep going. They just didn't
Oh
care.
my god.
I think
I've
like
never seen
I
that.
don't know how it works. I think it's
Well,
it's
This
like
would
just
be
the
also
barb
be the
one.
most bizarre way for us to find out that one of us is immune to tasers.
Can you imagine? I'm just sat there like, wait, is this working?
Man, that would be
He's done it
very
yet.
handy. That'd be very handy for my work.
Yeah.
Immune to
I would hire myself
electricity.
out to protesters if I was immune. Like,
Well, it's a
I'll
human
hold
shield.
up your fucking sign. Just pay me because they can't put me down with a taser. So I'll hold your fucking
Well,
No,
sign.
they'll just pepper spray.
Or they'll just shoot you.
I'll put safety goggles on there.
You in a pair of safety goggles.
Oh,
I
man.
fucking, what was it? Mind the folk that tried to block a Desert Eagle bullet with a book. The
Oh,
YouTuber.
with a dictionary.
Tony's just
With
there
a
with
dictionary.
body armor made out of dictionaries.
was-
That I'm fucking ready. Let's go.
See that fucking show, Curb Your Enthusiasm. If there was ever a moment like that, like it was that fucking situation. Like they put a fucking was it not like a dictionary or a Bible or a thesaurus?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was a dictionary,
Yeah.
That was
if I remember
When I
correctly.
read that, I was just
'Cause
like, natural fucking selection, man. That is like sad situation, Ken. Like the guy lost his life, but I mean, it's fucking.
The
it's
issue
just
is,
like-
right,
Why chance it?
why, yeah, no, my issue with it is, why shoot at point blank? At the very least, get some like, I mean, I suppose
Well, she's
again,
got to
you
make
don't
sure
want
she
to
hits.
I get that, but like,
She's,
there was,
she's maybe not very experienced when it comes to firing deagles.
but yeah, but my point is, there's clearly been zero preparation put in. They haven't shot the book
I mean,
beforehand.
There's been preparation. Maybe they bought the book.
But
What
buy
more
two,
preparation is there?
buy 2 copies and try shooting one first, and then if it's fine, you go hell yeah, and if it sucks, you go oh sweet. I didn't
But
die
I believe
today.
they did
I
test.
mean,
They did test
co-
it in
co-
one of the books. Like I remember, I remember talking to somebody about it, but like they told me that they did test it out, but it didn't go all the way through. But then they must have changed the distance to like point blank range, as you say, and then they were wondering how the fuck did it no work? Like,
Alright, can you imagine? The lassie's like, aye, that book stopped it, and it's a big, massive dictionary about like that thick.
And they bring
And
in
then
like
she, she comes in with a pamphlet that's an advertisement for the dictionary. Like, it's just a leaflet. She's like, right, you hold
This
that.
is all we had left.
He's just like, you sure this will work? Bro, the last one was fine, so I don't see paper's paper. Bang. Oh no.
that was brilliant.
On the subject of that, though,
See,
since we were talking about getting pepper sprayed and tased, would any of you put on a bulletproof vest and be shot in the chest?
Oh,
no.
Oh, man.
I mean,
I'll tell you right now. Not a
I would
chance.
only
That's like
do
a
it
damn
if
sauce
it
for
was
me.
a professional gunsman and he was aiming for maybe not gunsman.
gunsman.
So that if I die, like it's quick.
No,
It's efficient.
Mate, I'll date it so long as it's John Wick and he shoots me in the fucking head.
no, I
He
would,
just
I would
comes
do
in, he's
it.
like, right, you ready? Bang.
I would do it if the person was good at aiming and it aimed for like my belly or something, not like my heart or like, and just to make sure it's
Mate.
fine.
I'd rather get just straight shot in the heart than a gut shot. 'Cause that's like it's
Aye, but
depending on where you are,
It's a
obviously. But
bulletproof vest. Like I don't know. Like, maybe get him to aim for
I
something
mean,
that's not.
still break your ribs, surely.
why? But a broken ribs.
Just
I'm
center
pretty sure I've
maths.
broken ribs before.
Or
You just-
crack it.
But then in the stomach, though, you're getting fucking
Yeah, I
all
suppose.
that shit moves about. It could easily just and then puncture, like no puncture, but rupture something. Ken what I mean?
Would you get
But I feel
shot,
like a
Ross?
broken rib.
Would you do it?
I mean, this is probably more on the edge than the taser and the pepper spray.
I would be terrifying. It'd be absolutely terrifying.
I know. But now for a much more, a more realistic version of it, would you let me shoot you on your bare chest with a paintball gun
Yes,
from range, obviously,
Yeah.
for content?
I would. I didn't even have to hesitate
But
on
I
that.
would make it more like a game and have
Hey.
it set up where I'm
It
running
was-
about.
He's adding it to his list.
I'm
I think.
buying
I think.
it. I don't know what you're talking
We should.
about.
I think we should use it as a punishment.
I see. I've
Paintball
got quite like
gun.
I've got quite a thin like you can see my fucking rib cage like right there, right, and I feel like it would. I feel like it would stop my heart. Like,
Just gonna go
What
for
the
it.
Like, honestly.
paintball?
like I can't even run for the bus anymore, man. Like,
And this is no cheap. They're like 250 quid each.
Michael,
Well,
Are
we,
you surprised that paintball guns aren't cheap?
oh, paintball.
Michael, I would
there's a-
set it up a bit more like as a game, so it would get us like running, like up running about the place. You need to try and just aim for us like bloody shooting birds.
We'll do a jackass. We'll get one of those.
Wait.
We'll get one of those like big inflatable things that they have at like the side of lakes, and we'll steal that bit from Jackass where they like jump off the crane, and it launches another one in the air, and he's covered in like
Yeah.
feathers to make him look like a bird, and then they're just in the boat with the paintball guns.
Oh my god.
We could just put
Imagine.
like deer ears on or something and run around the forest, and Michael
Oh
needs to
my
like shoot paintballs at us.
But that's what I was gonna say. That could be like a part of like if we ever do a camping video, I just fucking get someone with a paintball gun just hunting you. You just have to escape.
They get a phone call from you saying you've got 2 minutes to hide, and then it cuts to you like, oh,
I'm on my way.
yeah,
If we do that video, you need to put a predator mask on, Michael.
yes.
Oh, wait, what's that
fucking
TV
Who
show
you calling a
that was on
predator?
like?
The fuck? Can I go to spitting allegations like that then? In this the 2020s, mate.
It's the fucking 20s.
Oh.
Moving on.
Yep.
But what's
Quick
that
one.
TV show that was on like Channel 4 or something? It was called like Hunted, and they had to
Oh,
get
yeah.
like from like
Oh,
point A to
yeah.
point B, and they had like 24 hours, and they're being hunted by like 2 professional
remember
trackers.
That's right. That's right.
Aye.
We
I
should
would
we
do
should
that.
hire 2 professional trackers, but arm them with paintball guns.
Man, honestly,
Right,
see,
you
I've watched
shoot
that
on
show,
sight.
and I'm like, I really would love to give it a bash. Like
So would that.
genuinely.
I-
I would just hide in a fucking bin.
For 2 weeks, mate.
Aye.
See, because what you've got to do, right, is
Just sat in a number like one bin, like
for 2 weeks,
you need to
just waiting
survive
for folk.
in food and stuff.
Aye, you've got.
Aye, I would survive. I would take. Well, no, I wouldn't take my phone. I would prearrange with somebody to put like I don't know, a fucking McDonald's, a Subway, or something, like just drop that in the bin.
Then they
and
can
then,
track that you've
stay.
been near, that they've been near you, or
Aye,
CCTV
'cause they
cameras,
like-
and see where they're taking the food to.
But
Aye,
there's
and
no
they're like-
CCTV well,
Yeah, they'll
well,
just like
CCTV
monitor everybody
now,
that's
like-
close to you, and they'll be like, "It's a bit weird that this man goes and buys a McDonald's and a Subway and dumps the full thing just in a
Everything.
very specific bin."
Every
well,
day.
there's no cameras out there, like.
Aye,
Aye, but they,
if
like,
you're
search-
on a main road,
they
there are
search your
traffic
phone
light
records and
camera
stuff
and
like that.
stuff as well.
They get like ATM cameras, shit like that. They've got like access to fucking everything that like the police have.
It's mental. It is mental what they.
They have, and it is crazy. I reckon I could
I
do
could
it because I would just right nobody seems to ever be prepared, right? Because the way it works is you kind of go about your normal life. You know you're going to be on the show, but they just phone you one day and you're like, right, we're
Are,
starting
are
now,
you allowed to be
and then you have
prepared
to
though?
then go. Well, you're allowed to be. I think you're allowed to have like a bag and stuff like that, and you're allowed to have plans and stuff. But then these cunts leave their plans in the house, right? Why?
See,
They didn't
I,
write shit down. Keep on your phone.
I would, but
It's
having your
100 grand.
phone is the worst thing to have. As soon as I get that call
Yes,
saying
and
I'm
then as
getting
soon
chased, that phone is away. Like it's gone. I'm
my
going
phone is
cold
getting.
turkey. Like
I would give my I would give my phone and my car keys to my stepdad. I would say drive, and I'd put the phone in the car.
nice.
I'd
Yeah,
go drive wherever the fuck you want to go. I didn't care. And then I would literally have a bag ready,
that's
and I would
good.
just walk
Yeah,
to not even that far away, and I would just sit in the woods and camp for like 2 weeks.
yeah,
As
yeah.
long as you didn't phone anybody, as long as you make, because it's always that's how folk get caught. They're like, "Oh, I'm missing my child." Well, guess
Yeah.
what? Now your child's missing out on 100 grand because you're weak. Good for you, right? You just go. How can people 2 weeks of not speaking to anybody? That's like ideal.
That's like
Like
dream
that's a
world,
dream.
Fucking
man.
That's a
auditing now,
holiday.
like, I
Michael,
mean,
you're literally doing
Aye.
exactly how I would
Gosh.
do it. Like, literally exactly how I would do it.
Now the main problem is at the end you have to like get to a location, and I
Yeah.
think you get like 3 days or something, and they're like, right, get here. But then, I mean, you could, in theory, if you just timed it right, you could then just have a like a burner phone with you, phone like
A
your
taxi
mum or something.
rank.
Once you have one, well, even like, well, not even your mum or that, and then once you've got the address, the location you're going to, you would just be like, right, drive there, and we're going to do as few stops as possible. And if you timed it right, so you show up right at the end, they'll
See-
not be there. They'll be behind you, and you
Yeah.
could just walk to the finish and just be
Do-
like, right, fuck yous, where
Do
were
you
you?
get given the location before the call and that? Do you know where the final point is?
No, I think they get that like I think they get like information, so it's like 48 hours beforehand. They get or like they get given more and more where the location is. So it's like it's in this rough area, then it narrows down each day. I think at least it was like that one season. But also they have like all of the people that are being chased at the same time, and they're all like going to the same location. I think they go at different or yeah, I think they're all going to the same location. So like the hunters are able to like you look at where he's going and then where they're all going and work it out, which
Right.
is bullshit because they wouldn't get that with a criminal, would you? Because it'd be one guy on the run. There wouldn't be 8 folk you ken who you're tracking. The show's rigged. It's easy mode for the police. It's bullshit.
Well, they
It's
scripted as well,
propaganda. It's propaganda.
I would like to do something like that. Actually, it sounds quite fun. Me and
Wait, I would
Michael
do
have
so-
to
I would
try
do
and
that.
survive without the rest of the guys catching us.
I prefer
that.
the
I
one
don't know
that
about
was like
getting them
through the
paintball
woods.
guns. Like, can you imagine that in like a busy high street? You just happen to be walking across, and then some cunt comes out with like a fucking paintball gun, tries to shoot you. There'd be like fucking mass panic. You know what I mean?
Red pinballs loaded in the fucking thing.
White shirt.
You think you mistake an old woman for fucking Jack? You should gun her down with a paintball gun in the middle of the street.
Or just fucking, you just do a drive by on, or just. Oh man.
Oh man, that also makes me think of another show. I know it's Bear Grylls that hosts it. I know he's fake, but the actual show itself's not bad. The Island, the Survive the Island one, where
I've never watched
they,
that.
they put like just day to day people like us and put them on an
Aye.
island, and they need to survive it like fully with nothing, like a genuine abandoned island.
Aye, but is there like, can security or that nearby to make sure that
There's-
nobody goes mental and kills everybody else?
There's like a
Because
a
that
first
would
aid
be my issue.
island. There's like an actual island next to them, and if someone's at the point of death, then they basically have an emergency phone call or emergency like
All right, so I take it.
pack.
So they're like on a wee island just off of like a tourist fucking place
Yeah,
or something,
yeah,
but they're on like a
something like
wee.
that,
Ah,
yeah.
right, I get you.
Oh,
So it's
shit,
not that dangerous, but they're rolled off.
It's kind.
Okay,
The thing
I
is,
get
well, what they do is they train. They try and look for people like me, like a sound technician or that, and they go, "Do you want to be in the show?" And then they teach them how to use their camera and sound kit as well, so they're actually filming
Aye,
it as well, which
aye. Oh,
adds
that makes
to.
sense.
But yeah, you get chucked there with like I think a day of water and not and just like basic tools. And I feel like I could do that. Like I genuinely would love to try it. Like genuinely.
So, right. How many people are dropped on the island,
About let's say about 8.
and all of them have 1 day of water?
No, they've got they've got enough water to fit everyone for like 2 days, comfortably.
All right, okay. So then technically, there's enough water there for me for 2 weeks. Step one: get rid of everyone else. Less
Can you
of a
imagine this like
imagine-
fun thriller show, and then it cuts to Michael just battering everyone. Okay,
It's
Just,
like
just the second they hit the beach.
it
I
cuts
just
the camera
grab one
moves
of them
over.
down into the water.
Michael's got bamboo sticks, and you're like, "What are you doing, Michael? I'm building a prison for you to sit in there." Like,
Well, no, you have to take
Michael
care
would
of
turn the first
prisoners.
minute of this show into like an inside job version of the D-Day landings.
Except for- it's just, as soon as we step on the beach, they didn't know I was there like the night before, setting up bamboo traps. They just fall through a hole in the ground, and I'm like, well, job done.
Michael's tamed this tiger. He's got this pet tiger with him. Like,
Mate, he would turn into fucking Alex
Like the
from
life in
Madagascar. In Madagascar.
Hell yeah, I'm down for that. But I just Bear Grylls is standing on the front of his boat, like, what the fuck? And I'm like, see you in 2 weeks, mate. Just go and lie down.
Bear Grylls is kind of
He's-
pointless. Like in the show, he gives everyone like a day training, and then he kind of just hosts it. Like that's really it. That's all he does.
Oh, he's a busy guy.
He
Sells
doesn't need to do
survival
anything
knives.
else, man.
Oh.
He goes back to his hotel like
Shit,
usual.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Tony, do you think you could do that? Like, if
You want, me,
got
you want me to
put-
survive on an island with a bunch of peasants? Are
Right.
you mad?
Right, here's one. Right, here's one for you.
Exactly.
If all of us at Project Hex was put on an island and to survive for a week, 2 weeks, would you just do it, or could you just do it? If we worked as a team,
No, because I don't want to be murdered by Michael.
I was gonna say, do we get any like supplies to start off with,
we start off
or
with
do we know that there's
what?
going to be rescue in 2 weeks?
Yeah, or you know that there's
Okay,
gonna
well then,
be,
yeah.
you know, you've got an emergency like surrender thing,
Oh,
like
right, okay.
like a forfeit.
Well, then I'm not gonna kill you.
Oh,
I mean, you say that now.
Aye, wait until we run out of water.
Now, day 2, water's ran out. I'm just looking at you like,
well, what you
somebody's got to go.
I mean, if you kill us, you're not gonna get like first from us, unless you drain our pee. Like, we
Better than
maybe need
nothing.
to drink pee, right?
Alright, that's it.
I'm not
Any
drinking.
You
You
ever
guys
drank
don't
pee?
already drink pee.
I'm not drinking piss. I don't care how fucking bad I get. I'm not drinking piss.
You might need to, man.
You try to say that in a life or death situation, you would not drink your own piss.
I'll fucking die with my
You're,
dignity.
you're telling
I don't
me
think you would.
you're telling me you wouldn't do a shot of coyote urine for content?
100%.
But I always remember at the end of the
Coyote-
show
I
that
would-
these guys.
If I was you, I
Well-
wouldn't do fear pong. If I was you, Tony, I would just avoid that. Yeah.
These guys are
Well,
so
narrated.
like bony by the end of the show, like because they've either not done it right, or they've just like not ate enough protein or whatever. So that it's like it's like it shows you how
It would
skinny
finally
they
give me
get.
a chance to give fishing a go.
Yeah,
Aye.
you need to build your
That's
own
it.
rod and whatnot.
Aye,
Or Tony's in the
to
water
hit
with
you,
like a
like,
spear,
like a
like, just
fucking-
like
Nah,
I mean, nah.
To be hon-
I would want the rod. Like, so I guess you take. What was it? You get like one of those palm
Give me my
frond
rod.
fucking leaves, and you take the string off it or something like that,
See,
and then you fucking.
the biggest thing you want to
Yep.
hope for if you're in a tropical island, you hope when you land, you go to the beach and there's so much like human trash on abandoned beaches, just like from the shore, like shored in. You could find like
Exact-
nets, you could find like anything, like metal, steel, like stuff that could potentially help you.
exactly. Plus, worst case scenario, you can always just if shit gets really bad, you can just do the turtle diet and just eat loads of plastic, and then you're fine.
I was literally about to say you might get rid of the luck and find a turtle that's choked on a plastic straw as your first meal.
Exactly. Think about it. Good protein. Then you've got the shell to catch rainwater.
There you go, the
Could you
forest.
make, like,
Survival.
dipping
Or
sauce
slide
in the
down
wild?
house.
Exactly.
Could you make like a dipping sauce in the wild? I guess. Aye. I mean,
It's
aye,
not,
like, 'cause I'm
it's not
thinking,
one
like,
thing I would
frog-
think
well,
about.
turtle legs. Turtle
tur-
wings, like can turtle wings with like a fucking nice dipping sauce. That would be fucking.
Well, if
brilliant.
you could
Well,
maybe
you're-
rinse the blood
you're
out of
either-
it and make like a passata sauce like, for the
No,
pot.
I was thinking more like find some fucking. I mean, are we somewhere where there's like
Ma-
natural veggies?
Well, you
growing or
could make
something?
like pesto.
Aye, shit like that. You
Are
couldn't.
there
There's
mushrooms?
the,
Well,
Why are we even having this conversation like anybody
Like-
would want to make dipping sauce while stranded on an island for 2 weeks?
well, I mean, when
But
you
if I
say
want
that,
condiments
screw
with my-
screw
my
normal
turtle
food. I
wings.
need dipping sauce. Like
Aye,
but,
but but like the turtle. You said the turtle for fucking. Like, I thought a turtle.
Turtle?
Just eat it.
Why would-
Just eat it,
right.
mate. You didn't
Wait,
need
no.
dipping sauce.
aye,
This
are
isn't
you
a matter
telling
of
me
flavour. This is a matter of survival.
survival? But also, you're telling me if you go to a restaurant, right, and someone comes out and goes, "Oh, here's some fucking." Here's turtle for your dinner, and you're not even going to try it. You're just immediately going to go into the fucking barbecue sauce for that. Thank you. We
Fuck
going
it,
to
man.
try it.
Aye, but I mean,
I
of
just
course
had
I
a
would
fucking
try it first, but then
banging
I'll
video
make some
idea.
sauce afterwards.
Tony tries
Sorry, I'm
turtles.
just taking a note.
We've got
No. Even better.
what?
I would prefer to
keeping
eat
it-
shark.
I'm keeping it.
Like I would love to try shark.
That was a genuine
Heard a
idea.
lot about that.
Shark.
Have you ever tried whale? It's very, very fatty.
No, I've never tried whale, but I've seen Carol Pilkington on I think it's on the morning. No, it's still. I thought it was on the morning of life. It's in an idiot abroad. It goes to like Point Barrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then they have like they eat it frozen. Like it's like cut into squares, and they just sit and eat it frozen,
Ugh,
like straight out of the freezer.
mate. Oh.
That's fucking
Very,
weird.
very strange.
I
Sit
want to
there
get
eating
us on an
frozen
abandoned
meat.
island now. Like, let's make this happen.
I mean, there's loads
I
of like
counted
wee
Mr.
islands out in
Beast.
Scotland.
Aye.
It's not the same though.
We just had a conversation about how you couldn't afford $8,000 for a film camera, but you're
Right,
now
buy
going
a
to buy us a
private
private island for 2 weeks.
Exactly.
We'll hire Bear Grylls to do the
We can
voiceover.
dream. We can dream.
Yeah.
Nah, we could maybe afford the island, but we couldn't afford his hotel.
Oh, brilliant! No, that's cool, man. I would. I mean, I like camping and that kind of that style. But Ross and Tony, I think, use no offense, but I think me and Michael have got like we'll be the leaders of that.
I mean,
Oh.
nah, if I get the hang of fishing, like I mean, I would need to ken how to like gut them and that, because I mean, I've tried that once before and I was
Man,
shite at it.
Anytime you're
Eh,
outside and you
right.
see a fly, you're like, what? Like,
Well, no, I mean, in
mean-
the last shoot we done, it was all right.
You've
It was
got
quite sunny.
better.
There were a lot of beasties.
You've
I'm
got
getting
better.
better with that.
Mate,
Plus,
we
I
should-
mean, I go up north though. I mean, you get used to the fucking midges up there. Like, I mean, like, you sit outside to have your fucking roll or your cheese toasty, and then fucking like every fucking fly in their bloody maw comes up to you. and
Ross
you're
Ross
like,
sneaks
"You're
in the
better at that."
Jameson and it cuts to him just on like the beach and the water, like just lying in the water.
I don't think I could live on an island with you for 2 weeks, Chuck.
How?
Oof.
Not if you were putting yourself in a leadership role.
Boy,
We'd all be dead.
do you want to survive? Like,
Yeah, I'd get 5 days in, and I've not had any Jameson. I'll be having withdrawal symptoms, and I'd just for my own amusement, I would beat you over the back of the head with a large rock.
Oh, mutiny.
Well, this is actually this is good news. I can keep that in mind, and then after about 3 days, I can start going to Ross and be like, here, Ross, we need to get rid of Jack, and we should eat him. Food sorted for the next week. We're all done.
mate,
Actually, I don't know. Could eat you in quicker than a week, Jack. We maybe have to get rid
you
of
need to have
somebody
a
else
leader
too.
in that situation, or it just goes to hell bad fast.
Yeah, now I'll follow Michael because if you follow him, he's less likely to kill you.
Bingo.
I would keep it under wraps. I would control it. I would keep us alive.
Which
If everyone done their
you would
job.
be stressing
You would
out.
be
You'd be
No, I
stressing
wouldn't.
out immediately.
What if
I
an
would-
enemy
I
tribe
genuinely
came to
wouldn't.
attack?
An enemy tribe. Just we're on this wee tiny island, and when fucking Aquaman comes out of the ocean, the fire tribe attacked. For peaceful till the fire
Bear
tribe.
Grylls and his camera crew turn up. How dare you steal our TV show idea?
Mate,
Oh.
Bear
Yeah,
Grylls comes in on like a fucking helicopter and just drops in. You're like, what the fuck? Superhero landing.
Ross, you'd be surprised how calm I can be in that kind of in a stressful situation. I need to prove it. You don't know.
Alright.
You don't know.
Wow.
Hey, well, here's
You-
what we
Prove
should
it right
do. We
now
should-
by eating a stressfully large amount of tab sauce.
Exactly. A bottle down it.
I wouldn't be
that's
stressed. I
what we
would
should
just be
do then.
annoyed.
Your bottle has cracked.
That's what we should do for a video. We should just go camping with like literally fucking nothing, bare minimum to survive supplies, and just fucking see what happens. Take like a fishing rod. Obviously, we're not gonna like make
Take a bunch
fishing
of,
rods and shit, but stuff like
MREs.
that.
MREs. I could
Well,
live
no,
off.
because even that's basic, but
That's
not
easy.
enough to like feed us. Like, say we go for 4 days, we get like 1 MRE each, and then the rest we have to like fish. It's a meal ready to eat, military
Oh,
meals.
aye. Okay.
Just add water. So
Michael,
Cook with the power of science.
Michael, you'd
Exactly.
know how to fish, eh?
yeah,
See, I don't.
could-
I've never fished.
I would have to.
Do you know
I
how
would
to
have
gut the
to, like-
fish, Michael?
Shiley though.
I know how to
It's
gut the
literally
fish.
easy. There's literally at the back they have this thing. It's like a butthole. You put the knife in, then you just, whoop,
Got a butthole.
and then
And then the head.
well, that you have to do that if you're weak, Jack. I could just
Yeah,
in a
that's
single.
true.
Don't worry about it though. Then you just scoop out all the fucking innards and shit, toss that away, like Jack said, bonk off with the head, fish. I don't care how to like debone it or that. Jack can do that. He knows how to cook. See, we got a team. I could be out fucking hunting,
That's what I'm saying.
taking out my bloodlust on the local wildlife, while Jack's back at home cooking and cleaning.
Getting the fire.
you wanna get married?
The
Fuck it.
shower. Yeah, we're perfect.
Let's do it on this desert island. Immediately we get married. It's like, well, fuck it, Jack. Let's do it. You cook, mate. I'm down.
That's what I mean. Like, I would have someone with me, or someone gets firewood, someone maintains the fire and cooks, someone does the
I
food.
love fire.
Yeah. Someone gets the food, someone gets the water. That's it. Sorted.
God, mate.
Come
Imagine that's the dream. Imagine being like a caveman. Just go out all day. No job, no worries. You're just out in the wildlife, just killing stuff, just eating it. It's quality.
Yeah.
But then again, they didn't have podcasts, so I'd be bored as fuck. There'd be none to listen to. Oh my god, they hum all day. I'm
Well, we
above
could
that.
find some mushrooms like in fucking Tenacious D, and we could find like the Sasquatch.
Every the Sasquatch eyes.
Oh no, I can already see how this video is going to go. It's going to be me. Jack's going to be maintaining a camp. I don't know what Ross is going to do, but you'll do something, probably
Probably
content. Probably, you'd probably be good for content, making memes, doing shit.
Well,
I'm going to be trying to show.
You're no survivor on an island. I'm just in the corner on a laptop, just publishing memes to the internet.
Well, I'm
So an
making
iPad
more
with a big
IRL
crack in it.
memes.
well, I
Making
remember.
IRL.
I remember one time we went for a walk, Ross, and I think I finally seen the cracks for you. Because we went through a
do you
swampy
mean?
bit, and you just lost your mind. You were like, "How the fuck?" You were like, just going for me. You were like, "How did?"
Well, it's because it's because you brought us there. You took us to an area under the guise that it was going to be a gentle walk up an actual path. You and someone else who shall not be named because he doesn't want to be
I didn't even
were
want to
the
go that
only
way.
two
To be
cunts
fair,
who turned up in actual fucking any sort of hiking gear because I wasn't expecting to be going off the path.
neither was I. To be fair,
Aye,
And then you
whereas
take me fucking it's not going to
You
be
literally
upset.
just led the man into a swamp.
I like, but
Yeah,
the
I was
bit
I
before
was there
that,
for
it
a
was
nice
just like
fucking
trees
chill,
that were like up the way.
breezy walk with the boys, but no, you tried to turn me into fucking Shrek.
you just lost it. I could picture you
was
doing
like
that after
fucking
4
Jurassic
days at
Park
a
3.
camp, man. I could just see you absolutely going mental with the axe, like.
I mean, I was so chill up until you took us through there.
Yeah.
I was fine with it up until then. But
Mate.
there's only so wet that my feet can get walking through that just the levels just kept building. The shoes were
Yeah.
ruined.
It's like, oh,
How do you think GB feels? Did you see the shoes he had? He had like basically net shoes on. Like,
he had
Alright.
shoes what you
And
would wear in
ankle socks,
Spain,
man.
like.
Aye.
the kid just bounced the last of
He's fucking Sunday best on.
On the bright side for him is he was behind me, so he could see all the areas that I stepped in, which I assumed were safe because Jack stepped in them. But he's got the fucking like massive boots on, so he just didn't get it. So I was just trying to walk where Jack was walking because he wasn't complaining, and then all of a sudden my foot's in a 3-foot deep hole and it doesn't come out.
I can imagine you just fucking screaming abuse at Jack, like lunging for him, but you're still stuck in the hole. So
If
you
he's
just
trying
can't
to-
get to him. You're like,
He was like, "You're gonna buy me
Fucking
new
come on.
shoes."
If anything, Jack, you should be thanking me.
Why?
You would have lost your water bottle if it wasn't for me.
Yeah, that's true.
oh, damn.
That's true.
Exactly. As you were storming away through the fucking swamps of Nazareth. Fucking knocked your water bottle out your
It was a
bag and I
character
saved it for
defining
you.
experience. Put it that way. Like,
No, it fucking was not.
Tony, when
Man,
Tony
I'm
gets
done.
out, he goes away. He's silent. He doesn't want to
need
look
5
at
minutes.
anyone, and he's like, "I need 5 minutes to like my fag."
so I pulled a fucking faggot. Then I fucking scranned my silence. I was like, I came back. I'm like, I'm back.
Oh,
I'm
that's
calm. To be fair, that's probably what I would do, Tony. I'd just be like, right, back in a minute.
It was nice when we eventually got to the loch. I'll say that.
Then you had to walk back through all the shite again.
No, we went for
No,
a
we
nice
ended up
path.
going straight on. And then we stayed to the path because nobody was letting us go off path.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on the never again.
There was a consensus. Let's put it that way.
Well, we know how to break Ross for the content, so
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's the sort of stuff that you want.
I mean,
on
if you want me to
camera.
break for the content, mate, as long as there's filming, it's going to be way easier to break me because I know it'll be funnier.
Exactly. So just let the emotions fly.
Like, I only broke like halfway in there when I got my foot stuck in a hole. I mean, I would have broke like not even a quarter of the way in there if it was being filmed.
If it was being filmed, Ross would be like, "Off the fucking path." What are we,
Are you
animals?
fucking insane?
What are we, fucking second-class citizens? God no. Carries on down the path.
oh man. Well,
But yeah, I reckon that should be a camping video. We just go with fucking bare minimum, maybe not even MREs, just like rice and beans, like an I'm a Celebrity.
yeah.
Just a
we
bag
just
of
take,
rice.
like stuff that we need to cook for scratch. Aye, I'd
In
be
case,
for that.
like, if we can't get fucking fish or that, and then it's just basic shit. Everybody could have like, I could obviously, we could do the bit, and we could do a few videos there. Let us know in the comments what you think, if you please, because we get all these
I
viewers.
want to
Would
get
you
zero
like that?
comments.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, obviously, but that was. We'll see what happens. Someday, mate.
I would like to do that. Yeah.
I'll comment.
Thing is, apart from fish, you've not got a lot in Scotland what to eat, really.
Can you
I hate
buy a
fish.
bow and arrow? Can you buy a crossbow?
But there isn't
And here we
much
go.
that you can't kill deer here. Like,
No, but we'll hunt you.
Can hunt man.
Fish is enough anyway. I mean, mate, fish is fucking brilliant. As
I
long as
bet
you can
you're
get it.
not
Let's
guaranteed
just
to
fucking.
get fish.
I'll sit there for as long as it takes
That's
to
what I was
catch
saying.
it. Like honestly, I've
be-
got
could
the
be days,
patience
mate.
of a saint.
Could be days, mate.
Is that we
Plus,
need to put
my
that as
main
the
worry, right?
You
testimony?
didn't have the patience saying when you were walking through that, as I keep calling it, Satan's wetness.
Exactly.
I have to concur. I'll give you that.
Plus, I
Still
can
my
just
fighting
imagine,
style.
right? In this video, we do the bit where it's me going to show Tony how to fish, and 30 minutes in, he just wanders off into the forest looking for mushrooms. Just like you were saying earlier, trying to recreate the bit for that film. Just like,
Trying
oh,
to find a Sasquatch.
aye.
Oh,
Oh fucking hell!
that would be good.
Have to get somebody to film you.
Oh yeah.
We should just go
Yeah,
to
She
it-
sent
it
Jack
was
though.
it
He'd
is-
be too helpful. He'd be too concerned and helpful.
Other video idea, boys. Hide and seek in Chernobyl. Who's game?
I'll pass because I didn't want radiation poisoning.
I'm game.
Shite
I'm
bag.
up for it.
Think about the title. Think about the mate. There's no way that doesn't bang.
But we try
Even
to
if
get
we did-
superpowers.
I've always wanted to like see what Chernobyl looks like in person. Like genuinely.
Wouldn't
You
wouldn't
can
that be
go.
like? Wouldn't it be like really easy to find someone though?
Well, because
Yeah,
you've got a
'cause you just
yellow
look for the
hazmat suit
person
on.
glowing.
Yeah. Well, I mean that, and don't they make you wear like Geiger counters?
And you're only
Yeah,
allowed to
they
go in
do.
for like a certain amount of time. Like
No, plus it is and there's like certain areas you're not allowed to go and stuff like that. There's tours and stuff. There's a hotel
Yeah.
there.
It's like opened up more than it has like before.
Yeah, they're not even finished building the dome.
that fucking hotel, just you put me in mind of like that fucking that wee town in like Fallout 3 where the big fucking bombs just sitting in the middle of the
What,
town.
Megaton?
Aye, Megaton.
To be honest, I never really played the Fallout games much, but don't you don't you get the option to blow that town up?
Aye, you can either disarm it or blow it up.
Yeah.
I blew it up, and
I've never.
I don't think
Yeah, I
I
was
played
just saying,
after that.
I never chose to blow up something so quick in my life.
Fuck's sake. It
If-
took
if
me
you-
like quite a few playthroughs before I decided to do that. Like,
Really?
I immediately blew it up.
really? Aye, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
funny because see, like, if you speak to the shop lassie, right? For what I can remember, right, if you go back to the town after you blow it up, she's just standing there, but she's been turned into a ghoul, which is basically like a radiation poisoned person. For anybody that's not familiar with Fallout, they look like zombies basically. She's just standing there like, oh, maybe I'll write for it from my book. Maybe this is alright. And she just starts crying, runs away. Kind of an intense fucking moment of like.
Not gonna lie, mate. I blew it up and then never thought about it ever again until this moment.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I don't think I played the game much after that. Like, it's just a game.
Aye.
It's only a game. It's only a
Uh-huh.
game.
why you have to be mad?
But you have to be mad. It's only a game.
Oh man.
Mate, should we buy one of those dark web mystery boxes?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Not a chance. They're creepy as fuck.
Have you seen the? What was it?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, there's some mental stuff that's been in that. Like,
Ross, can you get on the dark web?
Maybe.
what
You're
about
hacker, man.
piranhas? There was one with piranhas in it,
Go on.
wasn't there?
Mate, what, live piranhas?
Yeah.
Mate, imagine just loosing
It's-
them in
it's
like
the
a river
fucking
in
USB
Scotland.
stick.
You fucking
Oh man.
decimates the whole natural
They
fucking
were just in this
population.
bag, man. Oh, it was insane. Like,
Like all the fucking salmon just fucks them.
Put them in the bath.
Like
or
Lake Placid, sir. Fucking hell.
oh jeez.
Oh mate, you put them in the blender or something just to make sure you got rid of them. Oh, piranha smoothie. Survival.
Piranha dipping sauce.
Piranha dipping sauce. Blend it.
And
Fucking
have it
like
with
that.
your
water and
turtle
pestle.
legs.
Just fucking mash the wee bastards. Smell fucking paste.
Oh my
Exactly. Wait, what's in the fuck? No, the USB stick because they're dodgy as fuck. Cause
Aye, like some. Do
It
you
could
think
just
they're
be.
real? Do you think like these videos, like some of them are bound to be
Well,
fake, right?
Aye, some of them
folk
would be
making
fake. Like there was
themselves,
one that
right?
I saw that was like on the thumbnail. It was like human hand. I was like, I'm not clicking that. That's bullshit. Fuck off.
Aye, like some of the fucking ones I've seen in these USBs are just like they're like homemade videos and that, and it's just really fucking disturbing shit. It's like
Yeah, I'm also just like, I always get to the point of that. It's like, what like sane person gets a USB delivered to them from
and
the dark
plugs
web
it.
and thinks, you know, what would be a fucking great idea? So if I plug this into my secure
Yeah,
network.
mate, my
Yeah.
main issue would be right.
Fucking genius level intellect. It's fucking
We test it
You
on
can't win
Tony's
arguments with
laptop
these-
first, and then see what
Exactly.
happens.
But the thing is, right, the dark web synonymous with nonsense, right? Mystery box from the dark web with a USB stick gives me the fear in case
Why
you-
immediately
aye.
it's followed by a fucking police squad or like what's on the USB stick. I'm like,
FBI open up.
exactly. And I'm like, I've not even opened the box yet. The person that sent the box has contacted the police and be like, here, this guy's got this, this, and this. They
Another
fucking come
reason
in
why we
and
shouldn't
they
do it.
open the box. They open the box and they're like, oh, what is this? And I'm like, I don't know, it's a mystery box.
We should
mate."
definitely do
There's a
this.
good film
Jail.
on Netflix about the dark web. It's called, I think it's called Unfriended.
Is that not
Is
the
that
horror
like
movie?
horror film where they like the
It's like
ghost
through Zoom.
come? Aye, but
It's
does the
Skype,
ghost know? Is it no
actually.
Skype because it was
Oh
2009?
no, wait, I'm thinking of a different one. Right, there's one Unfriended, and it's called. I think the first one's called Unfriended, and it's that one you're talking about, and then the second one is called the dark web, where it's just like basically a fucking torture ring on the dark web. Pick a Zoom call, and then they'll bid on like fucking people to die, like kind of like Saw, I guess.
Oh my god.
That's fucking weird.
It's an interesting film, like because it's all done through Zoom, like or most of it.
What was it made during lockdown? Like,
I can't mind.
bet they all had unrestricted DSLRs. So I'm saying.
I don't know actually. No, I would need to double check. I couldn't say off the top of my
Oh.
head.
Right, let's actually wrap it up now.
Future videos
bangers-
to come
bangers
will be good.
incoming.
We will be in.
Bangers incoming.
thing.
That's all I have to say. About
Bangers
that.
incoming.
That's the point I'm trying to say.
Do you
Bangers
have
incoming. We're
sausages
gonna be
coming
back
at
in the
side of
studio.
screen, like bangers incoming, like
Uh,
bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash.
Right, that
Right, it's
genuinely
killed it.
is.
Thank you.
So we're
Yeah,
quitting.
I was trying. I
We're
was
done
just
with
gonna
Project X.
say, yep, yeah, yeah. That's it done, and the channel's dead, and we'll see you later.
Right.
Some bangers are coming.
Bye.
in.
But
Still watching.
although I did just say the channel's dead, please keep watching.
Keep watching.
Yeah.
We've got
Once
we've
it's
got
on,
a
they keep
lot
going to work.
of fun and games coming out in the next months to come. So
Exactly.
Some
Get back
hard
in-
work has been done.
and then maybe even the next podcast in person potentially.
no.
Although I don't know. No. Okay. Not the podcast. Well, fuck you all.
Well,
then.
I'm gonna
Well,
I'm gonna
videos
wait.
are
We're,
better.
we're,
podcast
we're
for
slowly
that.
easing out of Zoom content.
Yeah.
We're easing out of Zoom content.
And
Yeah.
the podcast
We'll
is
get
probably
there.
going to be the last one to ease out on. Out of all of our categories, the podcast is probably going to be the one we do last because it's good having everyone where we can't do that now.
Yeah, like I feel like the first opportunity we get where we can all six of us record together, we should try and do a part and like that should be like a podcast because then if we can get it where it's all all six of us like our first time together out of lockdown, that could probably make a banging video.
Yeah.
Well, not a banging video, but a good podcast.
Yeah.
Like, cause we could drink, get smashed,
Yeah, is that a good idea?
just us.
It's weird to the one that doesn't
Jamie
drink
does.
mentioning the fact that we would all drink and get smashed.
No,
Well,
I'm
that's
up for
because
it.
I'm down for it in specific videos. If it's like, and I think that for our first podcast, it could be like our first night out together. Obviously, we wouldn't be out, but
Yeah,
that would just be the gimmick of the video. Obviously,
I'm up for that.
I'm up for anything, mate. I'm just happy. COVID's almost over. We can get back to
Oh,
normal
we're getting there
soon.
anyway.
Well,
Another month or two, and we should be out.
This fucking right, COVID will be over before this podcast.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie, mate. I don't know why I kept. I don't know. Let's go. Right, end it. You're right, Ross. I don't know why I kept rambling.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Sorry.
See you later.
Bye.